Hey, it's Brock here from Rock Hill Farms, and I talked in a video a couple weeks ago about the fact that I feel like I need to learn how to weld. I've got way too many projects going on that I'm taking to other people or asking someone to help me out. So I've got a new welder here from VEVOR, and I ordered this in without knowing anything about welding. I've literally never tried to weld anything. But my neighbor here, just lives a quarter-mile down the road from me, is a professional welder. He's got a business called Spooling
Auto and Welding Fabrication.
They do like custom bumpers, truck beds, any kind of custom welding or fabrication. He's got a plasma table over here, and I've asked him to give me a little bit of his time today to tell me if I bought a good welder or not and to teach me how to use it. What kind of welders do you use?
I run Lincoln and Miller.
And these are expensive welders.
Yeah, they're the two name brands that pretty much everybody goes to. But I don't go to just one brand. I'll use them all. Either one of them are good.
And this is one of the cheapest welders you can buy for the capabilities it has. This is MIG, TIG, and stick. You can run it 220 most of the time, but it's got an adapter cord that comes with it if you need to run it off 110. So we're gonna test this out. He's gonna weld with it, tell us how well it works, and then I'm gonna try welding with it. Also, he's got a YouTube channel that I will link to in the description. Okay, so Austin's went through and set it up. We've got the line off the gas bottle that goes into the back. If you're new to welding like me, you want to get a bottle with 75-25 in it. Then you got a lead that plugs in here. Your ground clamp plugs in here, and they've got this little cable coming out the front that goes into here. I'm only focusing on MIG welding today. I'm wanting to learn one thing that's the simplest thing and the easiest thing I can learn, because I'm not going to be doing this every day, so I just want to keep it as simple as possible. Okay, so then we're going to turn it on switch on the back, and then this switch is on MIG. Now it's got 4 dials on it. What do I need to know, the least amount of information to actually use this, about what these 4 dials are or how to set them?
So really the only two you really need to know is your voltage and your wire speed.
Okay.
They don't really have a manual to set it up, but I went off of my Lincoln, the ArcFX settings. So it's actually, I think, set to 12 gauge metal, which is what that is.
And basically, the thicker the metal, the higher the voltage?
Yep. So the higher the voltage you go, you'll just kind of have to adjust your wire speed to it. It ain't got really set settings for it, so you got to kind of figure it out yourself, unfortunately.
Yeah, it came with instructions. We just didn't look at them.
We didn't at all. Well, except for this. This part just it changed your polarity for your flux core wire and your MIG wire, or the solid wire. So,
all right. Well, let's weld something.
Okay. It actually does pretty good.
Well, you look like you've done that before.
Yeah, I've done it a few times.
Not your first try?
No.
Add in our standard disclaimer that VEVOR provided this welder to me for testing. And if you want to save 5% off of this product or anything else from VEVOR, click the link in the description and use my discount code. It's a nice looking weld. All I do is pull the trigger and it's going to spark.
Yep.
And then as soon as it sparks, just start moving it slowly down.
You'll watch that pedal. You don't want to go too far ahead of it. You don't want to be too far behind it. You don't want it to sit there and pull up. But just kind of slow and steady.
It feels like what I'm going to want to do is like be looking at it too much and worrying about it too much instead of just keep moving.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than trying something brand new with an audience of probably thousands of people. So I also, from VEVOR, got this auto darkening helmet, and for the price, it seems really nice. It's got, it also came with a GoPro setup, which I'm not going to mess with today, but it came with everything you need to mount a GoPro right here for filming. So in the future, I'll have better shots of the welding. The auto darkening controls are in here, and it goes all the way around. So, and I think this helmet was like $80. Not real well. Let's see if that seems too dark. I had no idea. Oh, yeah, I had all that sticking out.
Back. Oh, it was a little dark.
It's basically, I thought I was right on it, but it looked like I was like 3 inches away, huh? Well, I said that wasn't going to go smooth, and it didn't. I couldn't see what I was doing, which I guess you just have to have a feel for it. But I had it way too far away. So we'll try her again.
That's a lot better.
Was there a layer on there? Or
Yeah,
just...
I think that layer was the issue.
Would I be able to flip it around and try the back side?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Clean mine up and you can weld on that one too.
Okay, so we've got the very first pass. See if that's going to come into focus. There. And the second one. And the third one. And this one I think's cooled off. And then that's how it's supposed to look. Not too bad. So, what we're here to find out, what I'm here to ask this guy, besides making sure that when I tested it I had everything set up right, is someone like me, never welded anything, doesn't know anything about welding. You know, do you think that's a good unit to start with?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's pretty simple. We didn't use instructions to set it up besides the polarity changing, just because that's something I haven't ever seen, which it's kind of a cool feature. But yeah, I think for anybody starting out or just needs a little hobby welder in their garage, fix some things, I think that thing's perfect.
And then as far as when you were using it, did a pretty good job, right? I mean,
for having mill scale still on just having a grinding wheel go over it just once, it welded pretty smooth. I was actually impressed with how normally welders have issues with just spot welding, tacking, kind of poppy, and but that thing just is actually pretty smooth for what it is. It actually welds pretty decent.
yeah, and we didn't test it today, but you can stick weld with it and you can TIG weld with it. So I think for a little over $300, and you can get a discount using my code, seems like a heck of a good product to me. So I really appreciate you taking time to help me with this. Appreciate you guys taking time to watch. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos. I'll see you next time.